Welcome back. In this video, we're going to implement some way of taking a screenshot of the application. And I think we are also going to implement like a full screen option. And then the idea is you will set it to full screen and you will either capture a video or continuously take screenshots or just take one screenshot. But here we go. And if we create now we have to change a lot of things because I had a new field. So we have to say full screen is false. And full screen is false. And the same thing here. And there we go. So what we're going to be using as a reference is this example from eGUI. And they check for, so what you do is you send an event and then you check for it. And this stuff is inside the central panel. So we need to do that inside the central panel, just like here. So check the screenshots. And now I need to copy it again, unfortunately. So we copy that. All right. So this is step one, or it's the last step in the process. We are gonna save to file always, I think. And we don't really, so what they're doing is like making a crop. We don't really want that. So we'll get rid of that. And we need a image. Right, so we need the image crate, which means we have to say cargo add image. So we get that one. And this should simply be the image. And we don't do that. And here we'll say screenshot. The pixels per point, what is that used for in the example? It's used over here in the cropping, so we don't do that. All right, so that should take care of a screenshot event when it's sent. But how do we send a screenshot event? We do it like this. So we can even put that right here, and then we just call this section like screenshots. Screenshots. We don't need that. We don't need else. And we do need this. Okay, there we go. So we can format it. And that looks simple enough. Let's capitalize it. And now we can even try to run it. So maybe I shouldn't run with that one, but whatever. So we'll use that project from the last time to test things. And it's compiling, and here we have something, and we can say take screenshot, and presumably it's taking a screenshot now. Let's check it out, and let's just report some, or let's report screenshot save. All right, so if we look now, we have a screenshot and we can say, take a look at it. And it looks like this. So obviously it's not optimal because we get all the UI, which we don't really want. And that's why I want to implement this full screen thing. Now, how are we actually going to use it? So we have a lot of like buttons and things that we don't want to render if we are in full screen. So it's actually a little bit tricky. I suppose we just want to do like if self full screen, then we simply render using everything, right? Else, now we're going to put everything in an else statement, just to see if it works. now we have this hot reload should not actually be inside the else statement. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the buttons, this button, and we're going to put it in here. And then we have some, this is part of the hot reload, okay. And then we have some more buttons. So clearly we need to restructure things. So we'll put it in here. Okay, we have the buttons. What's this stuff? This is the save job where we're checking if that's finished and whatever. We do want to do that regardless if we're full screen, I suppose. Message box. That goes inside the UI thing as well. Like that. Great, 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 great. And also this button. Actually, you can say like if not self screenshot, or just like we handle it here. Maybe that's another way to do it. Not screenshot, but full screen. And okay. Like that. We can do this. Okay, but we need a button to click to toggle the full screen. So if UI input I key released, and which key do we want to use? Maybe F full screen. We are going to say self full screen is equal to not self full screen. Let's try to not do that, but rather run the project again. Let's see how that works. So I can press F. It kind of takes up the full screen. Kind of. At least it's not drawing other things. Okay, so we can toggle the UI like that by pressing F. But when you take the screenshot, we're still going to get the full screen. So actually, maybe we do want this kind of region cropping that they were doing in the example. Now, how do we find out what the region is? That is a great question. So maybe here in custom painting, we're going to try to keep track of the rectangle that we're drawing on. But that means we need to add something here like drawing rectangle, which can just be an option of a equal rectangle. Then we need to add that everywhere again. So drawing rectangle, none, and copy that. And here. All right. So it's all the time being. So if we have a shader, then we draw onto what? Where's the painter come from? That's from the closure. Here we provide the rectangle. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say self the drawing rectangle, and we are going to replace with this rectangle. All right, and when we do the screenshot, we're going to do this cropping anyway. So here we go. Kind of want, okay, so if let some rectangle equals self dot drawing rectangle. I'm gonna do all the stuff. And we don't need this. And here is like a screenshot area. And we're going to take the rectangle like that. And finally, screenshot area. All right, let's do this. Now it actually shouldn't matter if it's full screen or not, but let's go ahead and test it. So screenshot saved, great. It's actually a little bit unfortunate that the message box is, yeah, so we do need to put this in here. The message box has to be the, well, let's maybe take the message box out of this and just put it down here in the very bottom. So if self full screen, rather not self screen. Okay, this is great. We want another way to take a screenshot as well, because what if we're full screen? We forgot actually to check the screenshot. So now you can see we only get the drawn area, which is perfect for like recording stuff. Okay, but we want a hotkey for this. So sorry, I key released. And which key do we want? We want maybe P. P is a good key. And like that. So now we can do this. And let us actually check something. File screenshot. So it's like that, whatever. But if I go full screen and then I take a screenshot, does it change the size? Yeah, it makes it a little bit bigger, which makes sense. And that's one way you can kind of control the size. Let's make it even bigger. Can we though? Where's the cursor? It's over there. Can we change this pixels per point? Could we possibly like multiply by 2 and not crash things? Could it be possible? So take the screenshot and it crashed. Okay, so that don't work. Device pixel ratio. Maybe 2 is too much. What if we do? It probably doesn't work. Okay, did work. Did work. I didn't actually want to do that. I actually wanted to do file screenshot. I think it's a little bit bigger than before. But it's probably not a good idea to do this. So how do we do high resolution screenshots is the question. Create a new patch for the current screenshotting a part of the app, since reading can be interpreted as a screenshot. An entire screenshot, rounding them down. So maybe save buffer. Maybe we can like upsample it. Is there some well, that's not possible, I think. So this is a way to take screenshots. So maybe we'll leave it there for this video. To really make a high resolution image, we need to render it into a texture, I think. But that's gonna be for a different video. So until then, bye bye.